artwork in this area with all the eucalyptus trees around, and the idea that this was a swale that would possibly be flooded and have water in it, and it needed to be something that could withstand getting wet and that kind of thing. I really thought that it would be quite nice to use the leaves from the trees that are all around here, because they're quite beautiful, all the eucalyptus trees around here. And that is something, two things have struck me since I've arrived in Australia, because I am fairly new to Australia. And one of the things is all the crazy birds that live here. If you come to Australia for the first time and you wake up in the morning and it's like somebody's let loose an entire crazy pet shop of mad birds that scream and shout and are in your face and land on your balcony. And so the birds that are here in Australia just were such a big influence. And then all these eucalyptus trees, there's really beautiful eucalyptus trees all around. So I wanted to use both of those things. And then because we were going to be in a swale that would get wet, I thought it would be nice to introduce some things that would be relating to water. So that's why the fish and the frogs also came into it. And I looked up frogs that lived around this area, and there are some really nice green tree frogs that are kind of from this area. And I looked up the river fish that lived in rivers in the Melbourne area, and I've tried to, even though all the things have become very stylized and different, I mean, even the birds, they're not biologically exactly correct, but they've come from the idea of the birds and the creatures that live around here. So I had the idea of making these vertical totems and using eucalyptus leaves as their shape. So I picked up eucalyptus leaves on the site when I came here earlier in the year, and used those actual leaves that we picked up on the ground and made the great big totems that would stand up, and then all the leaves that covered them. I got the idea of the colours came from the birds as well, because the kookaburras have little bits of blue on them, so I just emphasised the blueness in the kookaburras. And the galahs, I've emphasised the pink of the galahs. I know they really are a little bit more grey. And the cockatoos with their yellow and white. And that's really how that all came about. And